Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of Just Jimny. As you can see, we've made a few changes to the Jimny, a few small ones, a few bigger ones, but I'm quickly going to run you guys through what we did to the Jimny and the reasoning behind why I added these accessories. So let's talk about the big one first. You can see my Jimny has been wrapped. This is a 3M wrap that Ink Monkey and Centurion did for me. This is 3M wrap that they utilized, and they actually did the special print for me. As you can see, there's a bit of overspray marks, so everything doesn't look very uniform, but it gives it I think a nice perspective on the car. Like I said, not all wraps are equal. There are guys that's doing full car wraps and they are not using the correct vinyl for this. Like I said, this is a 3M vinyl, and it's actually got self-healing property as well. So if you get small nicks on it, it will actually heal itself and make sure that you don't see the paint underneath. Main reason why I did this was after the accident on the car, my paint job looked beautiful. They polished out all the scratch marks on it, and I decided, let's protect that beautiful paint job and put a wrap over it. A lot of guys are doing partial wraps. I didn't want to do that because after experience with my Gen 3, after about a year, if you take off that sticker, there's a noticeable color difference in your paints, and I didn't want to have that. Those color differences you're not going to be able to polish out because it's the paint that actually fades in the sun, and it's nice and protected underneath the sticker, so you're always going to have color differences in your car. That's why I did the whole wrap. The guys did a really nice job, very attention to detail, especially on all the panels. As you can see, even the grills here at the bottom, they wrapped that, and I think this color blends quite well with the green. Then the other changes I made was actually I shortened my front runner roof rack. It's instead of 8 slats, it's 4 slats now, and main reason for that is I never used a full roof rack. The roof racks do affect fuel consumption. There is a bit more sway in the wind, and I must say, by doing this small change, I can already feel a difference while driving on the highway, and I'm gonna do the stats for you on the fuel as well and see what difference this actually made to my fuel consumption. The half rack is still going to be good for most of the stuff I load for overlanding trips, going out camping, loading wood, all that stuff, and then for day-to-day use. If something doesn't fit in the back, I've still got a roof rack that I can put stuff on and tie them down if they don't fit into the car. The other change I made was I actually swapped out my radial cups. I'll show you guys a nice picture. I went for the Dassault radial cups. In my opinion, the best radial cup you can currently get. If you watch my previous videos, I was not happy with the ones I had on. As soon as you hit the rock, they moved out of place. So with these, hopefully they're gonna give me better protection and not be as high maintenance as the previous ones were. The other change I made was I added in the Tough Dog caster correction bushes. These are poly bushes. They're not the same as the rubber ones or the ones that Dassault supply currently. You know, with the 40mm lift, my car actually handled quite well, and I didn't have to do caster corrections. But with the amount of 4x4ing we do, the trails we go on, the overlanding trips we do, those rubber bushes, those standard rubber bushes, just couldn't keep up. They had small tears in them because the car flexes much more now, and I didn't want to go for another rubber bush that's also going to start tearing after a while. So that's why I went for the Tough Dog poly bushes that are offset. And if you have a look here at the coil springs, my coils are nice and straight now. They're still going to settle a bit more, but handling of the car has improved a lot on road, even more than it was before. It's nice, solid on the road. Return to center steering, much better. And I'm going to see how well these poly bushes actually last. I had poly bushes in my Gen 3 Jimny as well, and I basically, after I swapped the standard ones out with those poly bushes, I sold it with those poly bushes. So in my opinion, the poly bushes are a bit more robust. It may affect your flex a little bit, since it's a much more rigid material that they are utilizing. But that's the changes. Then they also did a full suspension check on my Tough Dog suspension, because it's coming up on 60,000 kilometers now. And after going through the car, we had one little issue that Armand from opposite Lock Centurion picked up, is I actually had a bent in one of my radial arms. Don't know exactly where that happened, but hasn't affected my car in a negative manner. It was pulling a bit to the left, but really nothing to be too concerned about. But they straightened that out for me again. I'll be looking at maybe adding a stronger radial arm in the future. But thus far, it's driving great. You can basically leave the steering wheel alone and it will drive straight without any issues. So like I said, very happy with all the changes I did to my car. We'll be doing reviews on my Tough Dog suspension. I'll give you guys a full review. I also added in my diff breather kit, diff and transfer case breather kit. Thank you to the Linton from the Sol and all those guys. They actually gave me this kit last year in May already, and I only had time now to get the installation done. But that was a nice easy install. So both my back diff, front diff and my transfer case is protected if I drive through water now. This is not a very difficult kit to install, and guys, I'd say in South Africa this is the best kit that's available on the market for you to install. I'm quickly going to open up the bonnet here, and then I'm going to show you where the manifold is mounted. As you can see, just behind the battery there, it's a very good place for the manifold to be mounted. So nice, hidden away from the water. So if you drive through water, you want to create that bow wave. That bow wave actually stops water from ingressing into your engine compartment. So good places to mount that manifold is right at the back of your firewall, as high up as you can, and that's going to be a safe place. So you know you're basically safe to drive through water up to about that level without any issues, as long as you have a decent bow wave going, not standing still in the water, because as soon as you stand still in the water, it gets in everywhere. It gets into your engine compartment. You're going to start getting leaks in your inside the car as well, through the door rubbers. So always when you attempt water, go through it, nice bow wave, and keep your movement going. Never drive up against the stream. Always drive with the flow of the water, because if you drive up the stream again, that water ingresses into your engine bay, and that's the thing that you don't want. Guys, I hope these few accessories give you a few ideas. Like I said, there are differences between the wraps, the type of vinyl they use. This 3M1 actually comes with a 3-year warranty, that it's not going to crack from the sun, it's not going to loosen itself or shrink up as they stretch it over the car. They actually heat it up a bit, and when it stands in the sun a long time, these cheaper vinyls start pulling back. And like I said, you pay a bit more for this, but it's a good quality wrap with a 3-year warranty, and my paint is going to be safe underneath this, definitely. So thanks again for watching, and just Jimny on.